So moving forward, one chapter I'll cover again will be Leviticus chapter 1, verses 1 through 7. I'll cover that first in the King James Version. In Leviticus, sorry, give me a chance to find it. Here we go. So Leviticus chapter 1, verse 7. It says, "And the Lord called unto Moses, and spake unto him out of the tabernacle of the congregation, saying, Speak unto the children of Israel, and say unto them, If any man of you bring an offering unto the Lord, ye shall bring your offering of the cattle, even of the herd, and of the flock. In his offering be a burnt sacrifice of the herd. Let him offer a male without blemish. He shall offer it up on his own voluntary will at the door of the tabernacle of the congregation before the Lord. And he shall put his hand upon the head of the burnt offering, and it shall be accepted for him to make atonement for him." 5. "And he shall kill the bullock before the Lord, and the priests, Aaron's sons, shall bring the blood and sprinkle the blood round about upon the altar that is by the door of the tabernacle of the congregation. And he shall flay the burnt offering and cut it into pieces. And the sons of Aaron, the priest, shall put fire upon the altar and lay the wood in order upon the fire." That was our King James Version. Now on to the New World Translation of the Holy Scriptures. Leviticus again, and this will be chapter 1, verses 1 through 7. It says, "And Jehovah called Moses and spoke to him from the tent of meeting, saying, Speak to the Israelites and tell them, if any one of you would present an offering to Jehovah from the domestic animals, you should present your offering from the herd or from the flock. If his offering is a burnt offering from the herd, he should present a sound male animal. He should present it of his own free will before Jehovah at the entrance of the tent of meeting. He is to lay his hand on the head of the burnt offering, and it will be accepted in his behalf to make atonement for him. Then the young bull must be slaughtered before Jehovah. And the sons of Aaron, the priests, will present the blood and sprinkle the blood on all sides of the altar, which is at the entrance of the tent of meeting. The burnt offering should be skinned and cut into pieces. The sons of Aaron, the priests, are to put fire on the altar and arrange wood on the fire." Again, troubling for me that God would actually request this of these innocent animals, sacrifices as proof to him of their faith, belief, etc., trust, love, even atonement, etc., atonement for their sins. It just, again, it escapes me. I'm sorry, it just does. These men did these things, of course, obviously, and it occurred multiple times in the Bible, these burnt offerings, and it just made me question, how does God feel about animals? Drawing back to the beginning of this video when I said he created them obviously for a purpose. He put them along with us in the lands and we owned them, etc. And it just made me wonder, how does he really feel about animals if these things were pleasing to him, the aroma of burnt flesh, etc., and cut them up and sprinkling their blood about? It's a little concerning to me. So now I would like to turn to Exodus chapter 23, verse 5. King James first, Exodus, and we'll go from there. So in Exodus, I'm sorry, I had to write some of this up down, even though it's wrong. 23:5, and it says, "If thou see the ass of him that hateth thee lying under his burden, the wouldest forbear to help him, thou shalt surely help with him. basically saying to help the animal, help his enemy with the animal as well. And same for the New World Translations in Exodus chapter 23, verse 5. If you see that the donkey of someone who hates you has fallen under its load, you must not ignore it and leave. You must help him release the animal. Again, seems like it's kind of showing care to the animal, even care for the enemy's animal, and to help it finish its job or carrying its load or move about, etc. And there are other verses in Bibles that share treat the animals good, etc. But slaughtering them for burnt offerings don't seem like that's treating them good. There's verses in the Bible that say feed them and take care of them and things of that nature. And it's a bit contradictory to me that we are to treat them this well only to be consumed later or even given up for burnt offerings. So it's just a little troubling for me and a little confusing. And again, I know there's some individuals out there that feel the way I feel, where it's a bit confusing. One thing I would like to say with regards to these readings, these Bible verses readings, is I do respect how meaningful the Bible is to so many. I'm just generally interested in getting a better understanding of it, clearing up my confusion. So I do welcome your offerings as well with your insights. Maybe it can open my eyes to something different. Even though it's never my intent to offend anyone when I share my inquiries or my opinions of these things, and it's never to offend anyone, only to maybe inspire conversation. I know these are touchy subjects, but I really just would prefer to incite dialogue over debate. I do apologize ahead of time to anyone out there I may offend. This is all in good nature, that I ask these things for better understanding of the Bible and its contents. So in closing, I would like to say my greatest takeaway from these readings is that it's true belief, faith. It's an atonement for your sin or a sin when you give up your burnt offerings to God. And it pleased him. So obviously you were doing a good thing at the time. Should these words be truly, thorough. And I guess it can be considered a great sacrifice for man to do so, because if I did own a farm and I had animals, goats, rams, bulls, etc., this is my source of food. I'm vegan, honestly, so I no longer consume the flesh of animals, and I've been so for 8+ years now. I'm proud of it. But even still, from a spiritual standpoint, if I did own them, I would feel bad about murdering them, offering them up for burnt sacrifices. But again, I don't have a relationship with God like that today, nor does any man that I know of have that sort of relationship with God. So if I did, and he asks this of me, I would be more trusting to do so, because this is what he has asked, and it is said his thought and his way is greater than ours, which is truly believable and understandable. But it's some of these things in the Bible, they're concerning. Again, so my greatest takeaway is that man would give up his food source, an animal, as a burnt sacrifice to God to atone for his sins, as further proof of his divine faith and belief in God, to please God. And again, so on and so forth. So I hope you found value in this video. I hope this video gave you a better understanding of burnt offerings, as well as it has given me a better understanding as well, even with my continued confusions, that God will request such acts. But I thank you for viewing this video. If you did find value in it, do hit that like button and do subscribe. Tell your family and friends, because there will be more videos to come. Again, this is video 4 of 10, and there may be more depending on viewer requests. So my next topic I'll cover, us humans have gotten punished pretty greatly with losing our lives by God himself, his actual hand, destroying us. But I wonder, has he ever destroyed an angel? So angels have done wrong too, based on what the Bible shared with us. So my next video will be that. Has God ever destroyed an angel? Till then, take care of your animals. Hopefully you're not you're not offering them up as burnt offerings today, since it is said to not be necessary anymore to prove your faith. And you enjoy yourselves. I look forward to you in the next video. Thank you.